Mhm. Hey chat, Devin Fraze here with US Go Web. We are tuning into round 4 of the US Masters. We've seen a lot of really exciting stuff happening so far, of course. People I'm sure have been watching. I see there's a lot of you in the chat. Very exciting. Thanks for coming back and checking it out. Today we have some special guests with me. I think probably to my right, I don't know what it looks like on the screen, Stephen Hu from who's been huge in making a lot of our production stuff in the past, and we're lucky to have him on here. And then replacing me shortly, because unfortunately I'm not 1P, nothing changed. Went from 1K, 1 Don to 1K to 1P. I mean, I'm just hopping around. But so we'll have Stephanie Yin, incredible teacher. I think you guys know her, of course, coming shortly. Just to give you an update, of course, we've been watching the games here on board 1. We have Han Han versus Michael Chen. Both these commentators know a lot about them. But if you haven't been tuning in, Han Han has just been absolutely crushing the competition. Definitely the favorite for the tournament, but I'm high hopes maybe somebody can throw him off his perch. Next up is board 2, Alan Huang versus Li Huan. And board 3, we have Alex Chi versus Xu Zhang. Alex Chi, of course, being our new hero, the newest American pro. And I'll let them tell you the story. Stephanie, welcome. And I'll see you later, chat.
Good morning, everyone. And hi, Steven.
Good morning, Stephanie. It's been such a long
Morning.
time. Hi, chat. I wonder if anyone still remembers my name.
Of course, people
welcome.
do.
Yeah, welcome to round 4 of the 2022 US Masters. This is a very highly prestigious tournament featuring the top North American players. I'm here joining all of you from Beijing. This year, I'm in a remote location, so sad to not be joining you for the first time in 8 years, but I am still here virtually. So it's good to see all of you. And how are you doing, Stephanie, this morning?
I'm doing very well. What time is there in Beijing? It's midnight,
It's like past
right?
midnight, and
Oh
I have
my
work
gosh.
tomorrow. It doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. Should we jump to the first board right now?
Yeah, sure. So just as you have heard, Devin has introduced all top 3 boards for this morning. This is round 4. And as we know, Han Han and Michael Chen are the only undefeated players up until now after round 3. So we're going to jump into that round 1 game very shortly. Looks like there's a crazy code fight that just ended after we've just started our commentary. But I certainly wonder what has happened in there. So, Stephanie, go ahead and take us from the very beginning.
Okay, let's get started. So Han is playing black, and Michael is playing white. So it has been 1 hour already since the game started. Then they just played 48 moves. So it seems that both players are playing very, very slow in this game. Okay.
Yeah, looks like Han Han is taking black. Michael Chen is taking white.
Okay. Very interesting opening. Usually people would just take 2 corners on one side. But Han Han chose another corner, the crossing opening in this game. And I guess the reason why Michael played a 3-3 point here is just to avoid the 3-3 invasion for the start point.
Yeah, looks like he's there with a plan.
Right. All right. Enclosure, pretty normal. 1 space jump. Okay. Large nades move. Very interesting. So I think in the normal shape, in order to enclose the top left corner, there are 2 very common moves to enclose. The Kasumi or the small nades move. I'm not sure about the large nades move. It seems there's still some algaes in the corner. So later on, black can attach in a way, or the 3-3 invasion. Okay. But I guess Michael's style is a little attacking or aggressive style. So he's thinking, okay, by making large nades move, I'm going to control the corner now. And then versing against the stronger player, sometimes when you when you're playing against the stronger players, sometimes you want to play a little bit more aggressively, so that you will have a more chance in the mid game to fight. All right. I guess that might be one of the reasons. Okay, so that's not the game. Let's go back
Yeah, I was
to.
for a second I thought he just invaded straight away, but that was not the
Oh,
case.
that was not the case. Okay. And then I think the code started from the attach. That's very quick. Okay.
I actually don't see this position very often. Well, mostly because black doesn't usually start with the one space high enclosure from the start point,
Mm,
right?
yeah. So normally black will play the small knights move instead. Yeah, like this. But I guess, in the opening, you can really, you can do whatever you want, except that the second line, first line, and the third line, fourth line, enclosure, high enclosure, low enclosure it all depends on your style and preference. Okay. But the large needs
Yeah,
move here.
it's
Go
only a
ahead.
matter of choosing what castles to build at the very beginning of the game. And of course, the game is still going to be largely, usually largely determined by the mid game fighting or the end game stuff. But
Mhm.
this one space high enclosure is very interesting right here
Mm.
because we don't see this a lot. And maybe for some of our viewers, they could learn a bit more about this enclosure.
What enclosure are you talking about?
Oh,
The
the top right, one
the
space
top.
high
Okay.
enclosure. So, if you're, approaching this enclosure, what are the things you have to watch out for?
Like here as white
Yeah, or it could be any approach move in the corner.
in the corner. Okay. Uh, well, the most common reduction moves to the top right corner is either 2-4 or 2-5. So approaching directly will give white a disadvantage because since black already have the enclosure move in the top right corner, after black kicks here, black doesn't have to play additional move in the top. Instead, black will play the pincer move to attack those two stones. So that's why the most common invasion or reduction move is the 2-4 or 2-5 to look for some eye space in the corner. If black blocks the corner, then the white now can extend to the side. So that will be a little bit better situation than approaching directly.
Right, and actually, someone I see a fellow Twitch chatter saying that this one space high enclosure has been trendy lately, mainly to avoid a shoulder hit. I guess they're talking
Makes
about
sense.
the very common shoulder hit you come across when you have a small knights enclosure. White can, yeah, play it in
Like this.
16.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. A large length move. And then black played a side extension here. Attach.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. In order to respond to the attachment, usually there are two good responses, either Hana in the corner or the Hana in the extra game. So I think the reason why Han Han chose the outside Hana is because since he chose the high enclosure before, and the high enclosure on the fourth line focused on more the center and then the influence. So that's why he wants to continue his original plan by surrounding more potential and influence. Okay, but let me just quickly show what's going to happen after the Hane in the corner. Okay, and then white will play the two space extension here, and most likely black will have to settle that weak group, weak stone here. So now, as we can see, after this whole sequence is played on the board, the O16 stone looks a little odd compared with the small knight's move at A, right? Okay, it's not
Yeah,
perfect
actually,
shape.
there's a it's kind of an annoying third line approach later on.
That's right.
Um,
Yeah, so later on, white can approach here.
so
So
it
that
always
makes
feels kind of awkward for any stone that's situated on the fourth line.
That's right. That's why I think Han Han really doesn't want to see this happen, and then he chose the outer Hane right here. Okay, and Hane. Okay, good.
Right, that should explain the empty triangle we see very early on. So
Mhm.
don't try to Sometimes empty triangles are okay. In this case, if it's a
Yeah,
Joseki, then it's fine.
yeah, that's actually one of the most popular questions from a lot of my students and a lot of Go players. When we're learning the shapes, we know empty triangle, dumpling shapes, broken shapes. Those are bad shapes in Go, right? But there is a shortcut for everyone to remember, which is if you are in the fighting situation, the empty triangle or the dumpling shape is not as important as the result. I don't know if that makes sense. Like in the beginning, when we're playing the opening, of course, the shapes are very important because it will make the stones more efficient on the board. But once you're in a mid game or in a fight, the shapes really doesn't matter that much anymore because whoever wins the fight will win the game. So I think that's one of the good examples here. Even though black is having an empty triangle, but black needs to win the fight in top right corner. So the empty triangle, the bad shape now it doesn't matter that much.
Right. As long as you win the game, it doesn't matter
Yeah.
in what way you come across the victory line.
Yeah. All right. And then Michael played attach here. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. All right, let's look at the
Yeah,
game.
trying to set up some. Well, okay, we see that later on in the game, but normally
Mhm.
this is a quite common approach move to the two space low enclosure by black, right?
Right.
Normally you could expect this from white.
Yeah. But there's a one thing everybody should remember. When you play the attach here, you need to make sure the ladder works. However, I think Michael misread the ladder. That's why the two stones were captured. Okay, so there are two common responses after this attach, which is Hane here, or the Hane on the outside. I will show where the ladder is. Let's continue with, let's start with the more simple response, which is the Hane in the corner, and then black and Atari, and then descend. And the white now can cut here as an impulsive move, as a probe move, sorry. And then black will turn here as a sente, and then come back to capture this stone. And the
Right,
white
that's
can
the
use some
new
sente.
standard Joseki.
Yeah, so either extend or Hane. But if black Hane stand, then the fight will start immediately. So most of people will just extend here. I think the reason Han Han chose the outer Hane is reason one, the ladder works for black. And reason two, if black could focus on the corner and get some territory, as we can see now, white is having controlling a lot of potential on the side. And it looks pretty good for white.
Yeah, it feels like white stones are all working together,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a nice framework in the top left there.
That's right. Okay, let's go back to the actual game.
Yeah, so in the game, obviously, black didn't choose that variation. Black wanted something more aggressive, and you're saying that Michael misread a ladder, and later on,
Mm.
I think we we saw that happening. I think when Eva D came in to watch the game, we were all questioning how that shape came about in the bottom
Mm-hmm.
left corner, because normally you don't see that happening very much, do you?
Right. Right. So after the Hane, white now has to jump to the corner now, but black now can Atari and connect here. So the ladder is white Atari. I can extend here. That's the ladder. So right now, I don't think the ladder works for black for white. Right. Let me just read the ladder. Even with Atari here, that's not even a ladder breaker. So the ladder's still not working for white. Let me just
Yeah.
see it.
Maybe we could. Yeah. Okay. Did everyone get that? Chat. Did you guys read out the ladder? If yes, you're better than me. In the
Okay,
last since I
it's
played Go.
this way. And
Yeah.
after this stone, and then black can play Q14 to cut. And then everything will be dead.
Yeah, I think even the the Atari from the other side will work. So yeah, this is just total collapse for white if the ladder doesn't work, right?
Okay. I don't know if the extend would work. Let's see.
Everyone vote on your phones. Does this move work?
Oh, no, it doesn't work either. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, still it doesn't work. And then black can just, yeah, play the double Atari and get the territory in the corner. Okay, so I think right now white is really in trouble. What did he play? Let's go back to the actual game. Oh, he Atari'd. Connect. And then,
Yeah.
oh, he played a Tiger's Mouth. Okay.
I guess at this point, white has to force something in the
Mm.
top right corner there, assuming that
Mm.
black is gonna just ignore everything and just take the ladder anyway.
Yeah. So the Tiger's Mouth now is the ladder breaker here. So black needs to capture. And then the corner now becomes a capture race. And Hane can descend, where even with the connecting move here, that's still a ko in the corner. It's also a ko. All right. And then Michael chose to descend. Atari, and then Tiger's Mouth. This is what happened in the actual game. And reduce the liberty here. But I think the lucky thing is black has a local co-thread, which is the Atari here. Okay.
Right, and I
Oh
guess
my.
white cannot afford to answer that code threat, right?
No. But isn't it also a disaster for white by sacrificing the stone here? Okay. So if we compare the overall result, what white gained is just the 2 stones, or it lived in the top right corner. And then what the black got is the entire bottom left, and then the top right corner. It seems that black is still having advantage in the fight. Okay, I think the white now is in trouble. Capture,
Yeah.
extend. Okay, that's a Sente. And jump.
Actually, it did seem like the AI was really preferring white's position, though. I think someone
Really?
checked. Yeah, I did a little check before we started the commentary. Apparently, at this point, white's like 97% after that trade.
Really? Oh my god. Oh, okay. Then I have to restudy then.
I guess Leela just really not Leela. Sorry, Katago just really hates empty triangles. Here's a question for
Oh,
Twitch chat: how many empty triangles can you count in the top right?
good question. A lot. All right. So the AI Karago, that's the one you're using?
Yeah,
Ta- okay. So
seems like it.
Karago said white now is 97% winning rate
Yeah, at this very moment, yes.
at this moment
that
after the
Tiger's Mouth.
jump.
Yeah.
After the tiger or after the jump.
Oh, I could check after the jump.
Okay. Because the whole trade ended after the call. So the result
Right.
might be different now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, trying to see if. Oh, there we go. Yeah, at this point, white's still leading by a long shot after the
Oh,
jump.
okay.
It's
Okay.
like a 10 points lead.
10 points lead. Okay. Interesting. All right. All right. Then let's continue. I guess I will have a lot of things to learn now. The positional judgment. In human perspective, it feels like white didn't get anything.
Anyway, just an interesting thought. I digged up. I dug up from the Twitch chat. So we'll
Okay.
get back to AI stuff later. But for now, I think there are more developments on the board.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. So the ninth move is a really big move. I was thinking, I don't know if black should block here in an Atari as a Sente, or that's not necessary to Atari. So I'm thinking if black is able to make those exchange moves and then Tanuki, it already give black some profit because after that, if white used a peep, that's not going to work anymore. Right. Okay. But I don't know if white will respond here. That's the ko. But it seems white doesn't have any ko threat. Okay. Anyway, in the actual game, Han, I think Han probably feels pretty good about the game, so that's why he played a one space jump. Very solid move. Okay, maybe we can ask him after the finish.
Would be cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Kasumi. All right, peep. Attach. Okay.
Yeah. So suddenly we see a lot of white territory in the top right corner, and
Mm-hmm.
the right side has descended into a what can be a start of a fight.
Mm. Okay, so after the attach, white needs to find a way to connect. Okay, I think that's the game up to this move.
We should point out that usually in the U.S. Masters tournament, because people obviously don't know the winner percentages, on the board right there is all about courage and emotions
Right.
and bravery.
I
and
think
playing
black
to the
will.
Twitch crowd.
Yeah. So I think after the game, if Han knows after that point, white is 90. You said a 97% winning rate after the Tiger's Mount, right?
Yeah, not sure at this point, but
Oh, right.
probably
Before,
someone can tell us.
yeah. Then he will be. I believe he will be very surprised.
So
Okay, and then,
how is the situation right now? It looks like we have a lot of moving groups, and from a human perspective, this is really hard to tell, right?
it's very complicated. I'm not sure if white should invade here. And because right now in this situation, this whole group is not settled yet. And then the four stones right here on the right side doesn't have a lot of territory. If white wants to reduce some territory, you can just simply play the large knights move. And then after the Kasumi, the shape here, it seems white now is trying to develop some more territory on the top. And then I think white should continue to expand the area here. All right. Unless white really wants to fight and then kill black. But I guess
Yeah.
it really depends on your style. Some people like just very attacking and aggressive.
That is
Yeah.
Z Chen. That is very best.
Yeah, he's very good at the complicated situations in games. Okay, I think that's about the game so far on board one.
Okay. We could probably take a look at board two if you like. On
Sure.
board two, we also have a player who is known for his very attacking style, and some people have even mentioned his name from the surrounding game documentary 10 years ago. Can you believe it? It's been a decade since that movie came out. Andy
Yeah.
Liu, a one-down professional, someone who's also known for his very aggressive style when playing Go, and he is facing Alan Huang, 7-done, and in this game, Andy's taking white, but obviously a lot more has happened in this board too.
Shall we start right now?
Yeah, sure. We could take it from the beginning, and yeah, looks like black started with a start point, white with a 3-4.
And then approach, knight move,
This is
very
much more
common.
orthodox so far.
Yeah. Approach. Okay. All right. And then very common, peaceful opening so far. Okay. Approach. Wow. Okay. Do you so for Alan Huang, I have never played him. I'm not sure what style he is. Are you familiar?
Yeah, I think I've played the gentleman a few years ago in the New Jersey
Okay.
Open at some point.
I
Or maybe it's not
see.
the New Jersey Open, but I don't remember exactly. Oh, yes,
Mhm.
I did play him in the 2019 US Go
Okay.
Conference Die Hard.
Oh,
Believe it or not, I
wow.
was actually the the 2019 Die Hard champion. So
Oh,
I still had
congrats.
my title until yesterday. No, but yeah, Alan's a very strong player, and a lot has happened probably since then. So
Mhm,
it will
mhm.
remains to be seen what he is going to do in this game.
Yeah, maybe people are changing styles like regularly. Maybe he was a fighting style in 2019, and now he changed a little bit. Let's see what happened in this game. Okay, double approach. But the reason why I asked that question is because when I see this move, my intuition tells me black is attacking style.
Yeah, it seems like Black really wants to punish White for not answering in the bottom
Right.
left corner.
Mm. Okay. Edge extend.
But this is very orthodox so far. No signs of the infamous 3-3 invasion.
Mhm. Right. Okay. And oh, the knight's move. Right. I was a little worried about the cutting point. Yeah, so black now needs to fix the cutting point immediately. Oh, the jump. I didn't think about this move. I thought black, after the bamboo shape, white will jump out like this. Okay, so Andy chose to take the eye space away in the corner. And all right. How do you feel about the fight so far?
Yeah, I'm sure in Andy's eyes, this black group is yet another group with no eye shape yet.
Yeah, and then it seems that white is maybe greedy is not a good word here, but it seems the white is taking everything in the fight. White took
Aggressive would be a good
ag-
word.
aggressive, right? White took some ice space right here, and then also played a very good move for territory and take all the territory on the top. And if black doesn't gain anything in the fight, it seems white will be ahead, at least in the local fight. Okay, and then Alan played a wedge. Okay, and a white tanuki.
Looks like
Right.
a good move because of the shoulder hit.
Yeah. So the purpose of the wedge is to create a cutting point. That's not a mistake. Maybe our audience from Twitch will have a question. Oh, isn't the wedge here a mistake? And white has the cut on the top. But this move actually is to Suji to create a cutting point right here. And if white capture that stone locally, and then the 3 stones on the outside will get cut off. So that will be trouble for white. And then locally, white doesn't have very good response to the wedge and to fix the cutting point. And then Andy Tanuki here, the shoulder hit. Oh, okay. Clamp.
Yeah, this feels like there's a lot of fighting spirit between them. Neither player
Right.
really responding to
That
each other's threats.
right. Feels like the white shape is not very, very good. There are many cutting points. Okay, let's see. White cannot push it either, and then the 3 stones will be in danger. Okay, does this move work? All right, Akari. Okay, so now it seems the fight temporarily settled. How do you feel, Steven?
So looks like, well, first of all, looks like white has lived in the top right corner, and black does take something in the top right. He gains more thickness. But having said that, what white, as you said earlier, really wants to take everything from everywhere, and until black decides to punish back. And I guess at this point, white still has the initiative, but it'll be interesting to see how black utilizes that thickness in the top right there, because there are a lot of stones invested in that region.
My intuition tells me have a different opinion than you. I feel like black should be ahead in the top right corner because if we do the, I don't know, maybe some our folks can run the AI analysis here and see who's
Can run the
ahead.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just do
yeah,
the
yeah,
thing
yeah.
and let us know.
Because I feels like never trust the human intuition anymore. The reason why I feel like black is ahead is because white is kind of cornered in the corner, and then it doesn't have a lot of points. And later on, black has a very good follow up move here, and that's also sente.
That's true.
And then it doesn't. So the black shape right here is very thick. It doesn't have any weakness. And then because white has to live in the corner and a white has to give black a Q18 stone here. And then now those two stones are also in danger. So in territory perspective, I don't think white gained any more points. Right.
Yeah. So yeah, it does seem like white has some potential weaknesses where black has some sente moves, as you mentioned. So
Mm.
yeah, rule of thumb. First well, you can check with Katago at any point, but first listen to the pro and ignore me.
OGS says +0. That
Okay.
means even.
So
Oh, that's a pretty even.
yeah. Okay. So
Huh.
no one was wrong.
Okay,
Perfect answer.
perfect. All right, let's continue then.
Yeah.
Okay. Kusumi. It's
Wow. Really?
normal. All right, there's a ladder. Oh my god. But it seems it doesn't work. Is white looking for
Yeah.
this?
Well, it seems like that's what happened in the game,
Oh,
wasn't it?
right. Yeah, that's what happened in the game. But the ladder doesn't work. Is he going to play the net? No, he didn't. Oh, okay. I'm not sure about this move.
Trying to be very
The
creative,
net.
artistically.
Yeah. Hmm. All right. And then black. Oh, okay. Very surprising for both
Yeah,
moves.
that's Modern Go in a nutshell. 2022 for you right there. Nowadays, when you watch a high level game, you can never guess where the next move comes from, and then you just
That's right.
yeah, okay, all right. They played
I,
there. I don't know why, but somehow they played there.
uh, first of all, I'm not sure about the net here. So the reason for this move is the ladder doesn't work for white, and the ladder doesn't work here
Yeah,
because
obviously
black has a ladder
there's a
breaker.
helping stone at H3.
That's right. And then white still wants to take advantage of those two stones on the cutting point and try to surround black. That's why I was thinking white will probably play the net here. And if black trusts to save the stone, and then black will be in a very bad situation, the bad shape, dumpling shape. But with the net here, it gives the black additional liberty. And then because of that liberty, so black is not going to play this moves immediately because eventually black is still going to be a dumpling shape. But
Right.
since black has additional liberty on the outside, black will have a chance to create more cutting point for white. And then black chose to play the attach.
Yeah, actually, well, jokes aside, that was the move I was really curious about. I was wondering what the intention of that K16 attachment could be in this scenario.
Good question. So far, I don't have an answer for that. Usually, when you play the attachment, either you want to reduce your opponent's influence, or you want to create some influence for yourself by playing by pressing your opponent on the third line. So you will have the fourth line sentes. But in this situation, this move doesn't do any reduction, and it seems the center is a pretty public, and that's why I don't have an answer for that question. Okay, let's see what happened in the actual game.
Yep. Okay, so we're gonna catch up with the game a little bit more. And by the way, thank you, the Loving Sun, for the raid on Twitch. And hello to all of our Twitch viewers. If you have any questions about the games, please feel free to type in the Twitch chat. So to ask me or Stephanie. This is, of course, the 2022 US Masters Round 4. And this is my well, I should say that I've been involved in a lot of very pleasant commentaries with Stephanie over the years, and it's really amazing how time flies. Now
Yeah.
this is yeah,
Ha-
for sure.
this,
I gotta
thi-
come back next year. I gotta come back next year.
you should. You should. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So back to
After
the game,
attack.
and
Yeah.
Black has Hanade. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And a white descent. And extends here. How do you feel about those exchange moves? On the
Oh,
top?
the exchange moves on the top.
Yeah, the Hane and double Hane and up to H16 move here.
I suppose I can only translate at the surface level. Black did get more influence outside, and white held the shape together, so white's still safe. White still has the points on the top side. Yeah, I suppose that Black has to use that thickness at some point somewhere. Maybe
Yeah.
engage himself into a fight.
Yeah, I think right now Black really needs to use the thickness very well, because by playing those exchange moves on the top did give white a lot of points, and at the same time the cutting point now doesn't work anymore. So not only white fixed protected the territory on the top, but at the same time fixed the cutting point. So Black really needs to get something after that trade. Okay, Atari.
Yeah, like we've predicted, Andy is just really trying to get everywhere and bet on the fact that, well, on the assumption that Black will not pounce, but Black might at some point.
Personally, I don't think it's necessary to make those exchange moves. It's like Black now is in a over concentrated situation, and Black is already strong enough. The thickness is already there, so by playing additional 3 stones doesn't really help any. Because Black doesn't have to have additional stones for the thickness. Yeah. Okay. Cut.
Yeah, and white just gives up the 3 stones.
So, my intuition is this move. I thought a white will still save the 3 stones. If Black wants to create more cutting points, and Black has to deal with the dumpling shape first, and then obviously the ladder doesn't work right here.
Right.
Okay.
White saves everything.
All right, but in the actual game, white sacrificed the 3 stones. Okay.
I'm not sure about the exact placement of M8, but it seems to me that every time Andy tries to settle a group, he always wants to do it with some style or flair.
Yeah, you meant M8?
Yeah.
M8, right.
I guess he could have fixed anywhere, but that was his choice.
But it looks at the 3 stones. That's pretty big. That's about 20 points. So my understanding about this move, I thought white is going to get a quick sente, so white can focus on the bottom area. But surprisingly, Andy didn't play that move. Okay, and then both of them started another fight on the top, on the left side.
Invade everywhere and attack everything, and play to the Twitch crowd.
Yeah. Okay. Extend. Okay. So this is what happened. Pincer and Peep, and then Black played an attach. I looked for some ice space there. In a way, got the Sente and pushed up. Oh, okay. And then black Tanuki. Oh, I don't understand those moves, Steven. They're so surprising.
It's just flair, just panache. I told you they want to impress our audience. No, but okay. In all honesty, let's try to analyze the meaning behind this attachment at M7 for our viewers. Looks like Black is really trying to separate the central white group with the bottom side white group. I guess that is the primary goal, at least.
Yeah. And black now is trying to make some sentes by pressing this whole group, the whites group, so that black will have more advantage to attack the 3 white stones. I guess that's the reason. And for the push up, this move, the reason why this move works is because white has a sente at the B14 right here. So the corner is not completely alive yet. If black wants to cut through, and now the 3 stones will be dead. Right. Okay. If we assume this will be a sente, let's say the Kosumi is a sente for a white, and then there's no cutting point right here on the left side.
Right. So there's nothing black that the black really can do in the top left corner for now.
Yeah. I don't. So we have a question from our chat here.
Yeah. It is about the N3 cut.
Right. I don't think the cut now works because this move does help the ladder somehow, but even the white doesn't block at M2. White is still winning the capture race on the bottom. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's go back to the actual game right here. Oh, so white did extend, and black played a pincer here.
Yeah. So now everything is everywhere, and yeah, and white played the B14 Kosumi as you suggested.
Right. Okay.
And that's all sente. So.
Okay, I'm sure black feels pinfall here by answering all of the white sentes. Okay.
Yep. It looks like white's on the roll. Everything he does, black has to follow.
Right.
For the time being.
And now in this situation right now, at this point, black does have 2 weak groups. And then later on, white has a ko at Q1. That's pretty heavy for black. Yeah. So I think on the left side, black didn't do very well. So after the C13 move there. Hey.
Yeah. Seems like white's still on the string of sente moves.
So if this
Speaking of which, we're actually almost caught up with the game now. So in a few moves we'll catch up to where Andy and Alan are currently. But it does seem to me, Stephanie, that black, well, it's still a very complicated fight, but it does seem that white might have the slight advantage. I'm not sure.
I think so. I think white now is having advantage in the game, and white did start the ko. Okay, that's the game.
Yeah. Right, and that's where they are at the moment. Yeah, Alan. Well, actually, I should say that both players are still staring at the board with
right.
Great concentration.
That's right. Oh, that's
yeah.
Aaron. Okay, okay.
So at this moment, White starts the ko, and Stephanie, how do you predict the ko fight is gonna turn out for everyone?
Um, I think the ko is heavier for black for sure. So white now is treating the whole group very lightly, and then if we let's assume both players will have a trade. So white will give up the entire group here by capturing the group on the left side. My intuition tells me white will be ahead in territory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because so this is the actual game. Let's just do a very quick,
Mm-hmm.
maybe
Yeah. Let's
a
just play
co fight
hypothetical
here.
follow-up.
Yeah, let's say this is what happened in that actual game, and then black still have to play additional move to kill this group, and then we can quickly count the board. Okay, it seems that black has about 80 points.
Black's about 80 points.
Yeah, so white also has about 80 points without influence in the center. So white is definitely ahead. And plus, white now has a Centec.
That's true. White can probably add one more move in the center there.
Right.
Now, okay, they're still fighting the ko. So probably this game is gonna still play out in quite a while. Someone from the Twitch chat says that the game is still dead even, but black had a 3-point lead like 20 moves ago. So I'm guessing Kanago still thinks that white did a huge sacrifice on the right side, but white's pulled some back. So now it should still be a close game, and anything can happen.
Yeah, I think it really depends on the co-fight right here. Oh, this is the actual game. White did push here. And then should we stop right here for the second table?
Oh yeah,
the table 2, and then we can move to board 3 now.
sure. Do you still feel like doing one more game before we take a break?
Right. Sure. We can take a very short break and then just come back after. Maybe 10
Okay,
minutes.
perfect.
5 to 10
So
minutes.
yeah, as we speak right now, board one has more developments. Perhaps we could also check back on that. We have also not we have not at all covered board 3 yet, so that could be the first game when we come back from the break. This is guys, remember, Masters Round 4 from SD Spark Colorado. I am Stephen Hu from my own cave in Beijing, and this is Stephanie Yin, one professional. Yeah, I'm I'm streaming from an undisclosed location with all the Congress T-shirts. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be right back after a few minutes. Hey guys, welcome back from the break. Thank you for joining us for the 2022 US Masters Round 4 commentary live from Estes Park, Colorado. Well, Stephanie's live from Colorado. I am not. As you can tell from the lighting here, it is already 1 o'clock here in Beijing.
Wow.
Anyway,
Okay. I'm so glad that you're still awake.
yeah. No, definitely.
must be
We're
very
very
tough.
excited for the round 4. Obviously, as we know, there are only 2 undefeated players now, so we'll return to that action in a few minutes. But for now, there is still one game that we haven't covered yet, which is the board 3 tussle between Alex Chi, of course, one of our newest North American pros, versus Hugh Zhang, 7 down, also a very strong top amateur player, taking white. So, Stephanie, you've been following this game for a while now during the break. What do you think of the position so far?
I think right now looks pretty even. At one point, I felt White was a little ahead after the invasion on the right side. Which we're going to talk about it. But right now, it feels it's a pretty even game.
Yeah, it looks like there might be some weaknesses in the middle there, but let's jump back to the very beginning of the game and see how it all happened. Now, of course, as some viewers might know, Alex Chi is the 14-year-old young gentleman who just turned professional. Now, not a lot of people have done that in history. I think when I was 14. Okay, yeah, I was still playing Go, but anyway.
He's the youngest, by the way.
Yeah.
So far in the AGA Pro, NAGF Pros. Okay, let's go back to the game. Okay, here we go.
By the way, it's very nice to hear the clocks, the sound of the clocks coming from all the player cameras. It really brings me back to all those years when I attended in-person Go congresses.
Yeah, do you miss it?
Yeah, it's all the nostalgia minus the anxiety induced by the Byoyomi.
I see. Okay, all right. Alex is playing black. Okay. Ooh.
Okay, all right. That's a fine. How do you do?
Yeah. Right. Jump. Okay. All right. Okay. Extend. Oh.
It's like a mirror, but somehow
I know it's
rotated 90 degrees.
Yeah, it's a different direction. All right, and then let's continue then. Oh.
Okay. All right.
Still same move. Okay, so White started pushing using a different move.
So both players repeating the same Joseki early on, and does seem like Black gained something on the bottom side, while White gained in the bottom right corner and the bottom left corner.
Yeah. I think it's, even though the 2 Josekis are the same, it looks still pretty even. And after the attach here, oh, okay. So I was thinking, oh, Black already have the 2 stones on the left side, N4 and N6. Does the attach still work? Obviously, it doesn't work. Okay. Or Black, does Black have a better move here? Okay, I think Black has to block. And then, it seems that it's still working. Okay, let's go back after the descent. Can Black Atari? There's a cutting point here. It's very complicated.
It
Okay.
does seem complicated. Yeah.
Okay, but in the actual game, I think White doesn't have to play the block here and go to a very extreme fighting situation, since Black already invested 2 moves on the left side, so it's okay, just give up the 2 stones. Okay,
right.
That's what happened in the actual game.
Yeah, Black just took
Mhm. So
and
I think
Mhm.
Alex used to be very aggressive and attacking style, but in the most recent year or 2 years, he became a more balanced style. And his style now is more like a mature, like not too extreme or too fighting anymore, which is very, very, very good. And most of the professionals are have that skill, which is the balanced
the
style.
all-round ability.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And also, I think he's more confident, especially after he becomes a pro. Yeah.
Many times we've seen a very young player become professional, and suddenly their confidence seems to have gone beyond the roof, and suddenly they win a lot
Mm,
more games. So
yeah.
sometimes winning. So sometimes people say that, you know,
Mm.
I forgot the word. Uh,
uh,
yeah, some people say that winning gives you confidence.
that's right. That's right.
Some people say the opposite. Confidence will lead you to more winning. Well, okay,
Oh,
okay. I guess they go hand in
I,
hand.
yeah, I think both way make sense. Yeah, and Ali did win a lot of games in this year Congress. He won. He already won the 2021 Ramen Cup, and
That's right.
in finals, he won all the 2 games out of 3, and he's going to compete the 2022 Ramen Cup. Yeah, and he's still playing the U.S. Open, and he has a lot of games going on.
He's 14. He'll be fine.
Yeah, I think he has been enjoying playing all of these games. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be an easy schedule for him.
Mhm. All right, so let's go back to the game.
Mhm.
White kicked here. Push and Hane. Um, I'm not sure about the jump. Feels like by making this exchange move gives White more points on the right. What do you think, Steven?
Well, you're just saying that just before we jumped into the bottom left variation, that
Mm,
well, because Black already invested a move at N6, maybe it doesn't matter so much if White gives up the 2 stones, right? Because I mean,
mm,
Black is already outnumbering White there.
mm,
Probably that's the reason you didn't in particular like the
mm.
P6 jump, right?
Yeah. And the only thing Black needs to worry about is the Q5 move. If that's a Sente, then the jump is a very good move to prevent that. But it seems that the turn is a Gote, so there's no, because of the jump here. Black
Right.
doesn't need to
There's no cutting point
respond,
there.
right? Because there's a cut. Uh, so by playing the exchange moves, really help White get more ice space on the right side. So in the later game, Black may need to use the pincer on the right side. So the 3 stones in the corner are still attackable. They're not 100% settled yet. So that's why I'm thinking maybe making this exchange move is too early right now. Okay. This is the actual game. And Black approached, kicked. It seems this is very comfortable exchange for White.
Yeah, usually that's well, after that, just second the bottom right, usually you want to be looking for moves like D3.
Mm, the D3, right, the kick. Okay, and Black pushed. Behane, that's good. All right. Oh, that's not a very common. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I've only
Makes sense.
seen this move once in Josekipedia 6 years ago.
Yeah. This move used to be one of the most complicated Josekis because after the follow up, it's the Hane, and the White will cut immediately, and then they will face a capture race in the corner. This is the older variation in that Joseki, but in this actual game, Black didn't choose the Hane. I think that the jump is the correct move to follow up. because white already have a lot of stones on the outside, then of course the fight will favor white in the local area.
Right.
Yep. Okay. Jump. Ooh, that's very aggressive. The clamp. Oh, okay. So
And yep, here we go again.
attach.
Attach everywhere in case you're not sure where to play. But I'm guessing that this attach is sort of a setup, right? For maybe F17, but I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah. If white simply extends here, I think the block now would work. Because black now can put white into a no, it's not a net.
Not exactly.
There's still
it's a
ladder
pretty
here.
huge difference.
Okay. Let me read one more time. But at least that there's
Okay.
a code.
Would it be
However,
good for black to start a cone now?
Probably not, because there's no co-threat. I don't know if the co-threat around this area will be
Right.
big enough.
It does come with a pretty heavy tax. In the top
Right,
left
and
there.
then unless black is planning to sacrifice all of the stones in the corner, but I don't
Ooh.
think that's good. First of all, there's a cutting point on the top, and then even by sacrificing the 3 stones and get some influence on the right side, in the center, white did get a lot of points.
This does feel like too much casualty for me.
Yeah. So let's see what happened in the actual game. Okay, after jump, clamp. That's the actual. Oh, so white did extend here. Oh, and then black didn't push now. Okay, black connected back. Yeah, I don't think the push would work immediately right now. All right. Ooh. This is very surprising. I was not thinking about this move.
You didn't seem to approve that one very much.
This move feels like two groups are, or two purposes are against each other. So black was trying to settle the weak group on the left side, and all of a sudden black sort of started attacking white. And then after this, later on, white can still cut through, and now black is facing two weak groups at the same time. That's why I don't like this. So if black really wants to do something on the right side, maybe the high approach is better than the low. Okay, but I think it's black should still settle the group right here. That's just my intuition. Because all right, let's see what happened in the actual game. Black extended here, white approached.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems reasonable.
If I were white, I will use I will cut here. I thought the purpose of the approach is to do some preparation work, just to separate those two black stones so that a white can cut through and attack either group. But the white played a 2-space extension here. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see what happened in this position.
Okay.
By the way, it did seem like someone, Tor BG in the Twitch chat, is wondering what happened to Zichen's group in the center. We'll be getting back to that in just a moment. As soon as we catch up with board 3, we're gonna return, of course, to our commentary with board 1. That is the game between Han, 5-dan professional, and Michael Chen, Zichen.
Okay. Yeah, so let's just move a little bit quicker so that we can go back to the board 1.
Also, someone's someone's saying that if Stephanie repeatedly asks you, what do you think? You would feel normally very uneasy, but of course, not for me.
Um,
Okay, here, to be really honest, I don't know what's going on, but hey, that's everyone, right? In Go, no
okay,
one knows what's going on.
here is the secret. Whenever I'm asking you, what do you think that means? I have no idea what's going on either. Because
Got it.
yeah. So don't feel nervous. I'm feeling the same thing.
Don't worry, Twitch chat is 9 Pro. Twitch chat knows everything. We'll be
Okay.
fine.
Okay. All right. So this is a very common variation after the 3-3 invasion. And then white now comes back and to settle the 3 stones, which is very necessary. Okay. Yeah, I think at this point in territory, I think a white is I think I counted that at this point. If you maybe I can quickly count it again. 10, 20, 25, 35, 55, 65. White should have about 65 points on the board.
White has 60
60 to 65 points on the board.
65 points on the board. All right.
Well, if white surround fix the territory on the right side. Yeah. Okay. Seems black also has 60 to 65 points on the board if black surrounds some territory on the bottom. But white has a weak group in the center, so it should be still even. But black white should be ahead in territory. Okay.
This does feel like a slow cooking game. If white settles and black gets some territory, it feels like it's still gonna be pretty close, and we start to wait until the end game to find out what really goes on, right?
Right. Okay. So white didn't respond to that move, and black now cut through. Oh, that's a big incentive for black. Yeah. I think the peep is impulsive move. Like,
you think it was too much?
yeah, I think it's too ideal for black to for white think, oh, black will respond to the peep. Yeah. Okay. But it will be very ideal situation if black connects here, but that will be too soft by connecting here. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, white really try to go after his plan in the bottom right there, but it looks like he's gonna be cut into all sorts of different pieces here and there.
That's right. That's right. So there's a very, very important mental strategy here. We do make mistakes, and if even the top pros make mistakes, but whoever can calm down after making a mistake and wait for the later chances will always be the winner. So I think after the peep, black caught the chance by counterattack white. So now the situation kind of toward to black and favor black right now. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know
seems
if
like
that
suddenly
makes
white
sense.
has a lot of has many groups to defend, and
Yeah.
we're not really sure about that connection in the middle, right? It doesn't seem very solid.
Yeah, so right now white has a 3 weak groups, the top group right here, and then there's a small group here, and locally the corner is not alive because black can hane and start a co. Yeah.
Oof.
Okay, let's quickly
tough.
see what
Oh,
happened.
and white starts another group.
Yeah. Okay, but I think right now the connection should be fine. Everything is connected.
Yeah, so now black is really attacking
Mm.
the central white group. Whites had
Oh.
to make a lot of empty
Yeah, so
triangles to settle.
this is the actual game.
Yeah, I think we're
Um,
actually we're caught up right as of this moment. So
mhm.
just right before we go back to board one, because people are really curious about that one. As you said, it feels like Alex smelled an opportunity, and
Mhm.
there he went, and now black is really attacking white, and it looks like, I mean, black could also capture some white stones in the bottom right
Mm.
later.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe Alex is ready to kill the track because there's a Sente here, and I
Ooh.
don't know if the clamp
Uh-oh.
would work if white extends
Yeah,
and
this is modern day Fujisawa Shuko right here.
yeah, and black has all the Sentes. It seems pretty
It's not
dangerous.
for the record, Fujisawa Shuko was the 9-dan Go master who very famously said, if Go is a race to divide $100, it would not be in my plan to fight for 51. I would want the entire 100.
Yeah. Okay, I think we cut up
Yep,
to
yep,
this move,
we
and
have.
then
So
let's jump
and
to.
it looks like Z-Chan is being chased in the top, well, in the center on that board one. It doesn't look very good for him, but whatever that
Okay.
happened, let's catch up from the moment where we left off
Mm-hmm.
the game. So I think we're just talking about a trade, and at that point we were saying that white was leading by a bit, and here we go. Yeah, that was
Wait,
where.
that's the game.
Mhm.
That's the move that we stopped. Okay, and then black blocked here. Jump. Yeah, there's a cutting point. Black needs to fix it in Sente. Hmm. Right.
Okay,
That
so
yeah,
white takes the corner.
that's something that I was worried when I pointed out the invasion. If white is already leading, I don't think it's really necessary to take a few points, unless white is sure white can kill the entire dragon, right? But because as we can see, the territory over there is not that big.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it did feel like after that trade, okay, I mean, white got more points, but black was starting to build a wall, and that could have been the start of what happened later in the game, but we'll see.
And white now is in a very awkward, kind of uncomfortable situation because there's two sides are both are very big, but we can't see both sides at the same time. Yeah. So if we compare the value of the invasion move and losing the stone, or getting cut off the stone by your opponent, and of
Right.
course saving the stone is much bigger than invading there.
Yeah, this feel to me that white's settlement on the right side seems to be a bit oddly oriented, because that as you pointed out, it wasn't a particular huge area of blacks, but now white's really just given the entire outside influence away
Yeah.
to black.
Yeah, I wonder. So my feeling right now after the trade here, I think at least by playing those exchange moves doesn't really give white any profit. So I feel like the board now is more toward to black sides. I don't know if what AI thinks, but at least this is what I'm thinking. Okay.
No, at this point, the visual picture is quite clear.
So
Okay,
after
so white attached, and then thinking the game, black honeyed. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So more importantly, after the invasion move, it does help black connect the weak groups and make the white group in the center weaker. All right. Okay.
And yeah, well, Black's group was alive to begin with, so no reason to worry about life and death there.
Mm. All right. But locally, this whole group is still not alive yet. White has this move.
Oh.
White goes here.
I didn't.
There's
I
just
didn't expect Black to Tanuki actually.
Oh. So I was reading. There's a cutting point here. I don't know if the cut would work. That's why. No, it doesn't. Oh.
Barely
No.
doesn't work, right?
Right.
It's very close to being working, but
It does not work.
doesn't seem like Black can manufacture nine.
Okay. So what happened if White just to kill the group?
Oh, I guess he's thinking if Black just closes off the center, and then White will have to just, capture the
But
whole
it's
thing off the board, right?
yeah. It doesn't seem it will be a Seki. Okay, so even though there's
That
a
would be
center.
a very big sacrifice if it is indeed cosmic style by Black to take all of the bottom.
That's right. I didn't read the whole sequence, the capture race yet, but it feels White will win. Because the Black doesn't have liberties. White has a lot of outside liberty.
Mhm.
Okay, let's see what happened in the actual game. Okay.
Yep.
You gotta be something there. That's why both players to nuke both
One of
players
the nicest
unific-
things of having player cameras, by the way, in the background is that we hear these, we hear the intensified Byoyomis, which means that now there's a lot of tension in the player's room, and that really adds to the atmosphere of the commentary. But in any case, yeah, Black is really chasing after this White group now, isn't he?
Right. Okay. And a White Tanuki'd again.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, this is what happened. Connected.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the dragon is alive. The Black's dragon is alive. And a White
Right.
is kind of in trouble because the 4 stones on the bottom are not alive. The dragon now is in danger. And the top area is not 100% secured yet because Black
There's
is
some
still have a
Aji.
card. Yeah. Ooh. Okay, let's go back to
Yeah,
the
it seems like the game is very dynamic going to this phase of the game, and Black. Okay, yeah, Black is trying to take away White's living space.
Yeah. So the dragon has no eye yet. The dragon on the top. And then locally, this whole group, the bottom group, is also not alive. Okay. And a Black has a Sente.
Yeah, this seems like
I think
a
it's
lot of
tough
crazy stuff is
for
going on.
White.
And yeah, that's
Oh.
yeah, I believe that's where we're with the game right now. So okay, I think probably everyone in chat has a lot of questions at the moment. So first of all, at this very moment, Stephanie, you said that White's not fully alive in the bottom on the bottom side, and also there's something Black can do in the center too.
Right. So White at least they need to play additional move to live on the bottom. Yeah, otherwise, if White, let's say, play any move in the center, I think Black can just use this move. and then turn. So it will be a Boki 5. Easiest way to kill it. Just reduce the eye
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
And
Classic.
yeah. So white right now has to play additional move here. And I don't know Han Han is going to try to kill the entire dragon, but at least when Black Atari is here, white cannot save the 3 stones. So the tail is already dead. At least the black now can kill the half of the group.
Right.
Hmm.
And yeah, okay, in the game, white just fixed
Oh.
at G3.
And then black
But I guess
extended.
black is not really thinking about that tail, right? Like black always cut off white's tail, but it seems like we see that there are 4 black stones in the center of the board, and they're not super connected, are they?
Which the 3 stone? Which
the 4 black stones in the center. So yeah,
the 4 black
J13.
stones. Okay, right. I think black now is trying to make the shape more solid by playing some forcing moves on the bottom. Most likely, black is going to play H9 to get entire dragon.
Okay, so black is just really building up the game for the final thrust of death.
I think white now is in trouble. So after the invasion, feels white is too busy to take care of all of the weak groups on the board.
As the famous saying goes, you can get away with anything until you don't, and then it doesn't go so well. But it seems, yeah, we do hear that someone's clock is going down. I would probably think that white's in Byoyomi, but I am not sure. If our producers could give us a picture of how much time they still have, or maybe the game recorder Keith could give us some information on how many Byoyomi 6 periods they still have, that would be very helpful at the moment. But yeah, Stephanie, as you said, I think all eyes are on this game. Right now, it all depends on how black's gonna kill that whole central dragon, and if he does, the game is over, and if he doesn't, then well,
that's still a pretty long game. Should we jump to the second board?
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. So Han Han was behind on time.
Okay, hold on.
Neither player.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. I don't think that they are quite at the Byoyomi stage yet. So it's probably from the other boards. As you know, all of the players are situated in the same room, and the clocks do go up, and they read out all the seconds to make you feel more nervous on purpose. No, I'm kidding. No, they just read out the seconds so to make sure that you don't miss the Byoyomi periods, and then people will be quite unhappy that they did that. Anyway, yeah. So board 2, as we have covered a bit prior to the break, is still taking place. That is the game between Alan Huang and Andy Liu. We could take a look on how that's going. Looks like there's another Ko in the bottom right corner. So
yeah, this is where we stopped.
Yeah, at that moment, Stephanie, you said that white would be in the initiative here.
We had a board counting after the trade. So if white kills the group on the left side and have a trade by sacrificing the group on the bottom, then white will be ahead. But now black responds the Ko threat here. So both players will have to keep fighting the Ko.
Yeah, and it
Oh.
just looks like the huge code fight has been going on, and both players are
Mhm.
looking for code threats. Yep, all Sente exchanges. And yeah, and then black cuts first.
Okay. All right. I guess after this, it seems so now the white group is connected. Does the code still matter? Okay, cut, capture.
That's
I
a
think
that's a
that-
lot of cross cutting in the center, by the way. When
I
both players are fighting that
I
co.
think the capture is a mistake. So there's a connection problem here. Or unless okay, I can read all of the sequence by just looking at it. But feels there's a still cutting point at H5. Okay. Okay, so black now fixed the cutting point. I was thinking, what if white push and cut?
But that's an
maybe-
empty triangle. How dare you? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
If it works, it works, right?
right. I'm not sure if white should push and cut here.
That's okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stop now.
Mm.
But yeah, if that,
Okay.
if that's the case, then black will have a hard time settling both groups, right?
Maybe not. So this whole dragon, I don't know. Maybe the push and cut is not good move. So now the whole dragon is not alive. And then the two stones are in danger. So this group is fine. Okay, I guess yeah. So push and cut is not a good move at this moment.
Mhm.
Okay, and then they captured any captured so both players are still fighting the co here. All right. And then black now is connected. And a white needs to find a way to make the second eye.
Or at least to find a second that gracefully. Oh, but okay, there's a trade. So black found a kill threat and white didn't answer. Now black's gonna
And
kill
now
that.
the top right corner now
white-
is dead.
White retaliates.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that a mistake?
okay.
Yes. Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, this actually escalated in a really intriguing way that
Yeah. Atari capture. Okay, I was reading whether white can connect here. Black Atari. These are the Sentes. Okay. Yeah, maybe that doesn't work. Okay, so locally this whole group is dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 liberties. And the white has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, 6 liberties. Okay. All right. And then connecting doesn't work. Then a white has to fix the cutting point. And then there will be a Sente for black. And now the whole group is alive.
this is
All right.
amazingly complicated so far.
locally now is a ko. It's
It's a
not
code
alive.
for Black's life, right?
Yeah, because Black decided to save the 3 stones.
Oh,
Okay. It's a picnic ko for white. Picnic ko means one side, even though one side will lose the ko, but it doesn't lose, that side doesn't lose anything.
right. Well, because White's already settled, right? And so even if White
Right.
loses the code, there's nothing. Uh,
Okay, so
oh,
Black has to connect
okay.
it here.
Yeah, so White kills the corner then.
Mm,
As an aftermath of that.
yeah.
So-
Okay, so Black lost the territory here, and Black captured the top right corner, but give up the top left corner. So if we compare the result, I think White gains more. $30 points. So by killing the top left corner is about 30 points. In the top right corner, that's also about 30 points. But White did invade the bottom side. That was a Black's territory. Hey, so if we go back to 160, right? So Black had something on the right side, but then eventually White lived inside of Black's territory. So I think the result is good for White. Okay, that's the actual game. Are you counting the board, Stephen?
Yeah, I'm trying to make sense of the whole crazy code thing that has happened. But it looks like it looks like the game is approaching its conclusion. With board 2, and at this moment, I'm still trying to figure out who's gonna be ahead. But
we can quickly count the board and see who's ahead.
all right.
Okay.
In the meantime, it seems like Zichen is really struggling to breathe in the center there on board 1. It looks like White's dragon is being killed. I gotta say, when we picked these 3 games for Thursday morning, they really didn't disappoint us. I think every single game was very aggressive, and something died, and that's always good for the audience.
Okay, 80 points for Black. Yeah. Definitely White is winning. White has more than 90 points.
Has more than 90 points, and Black has.
I said 80 points, right? Yeah.
Oh wow! So that's like more. That's a lot more even on the board, right?
Yeah. I think White now is winning without Comey.
Yeah, it did feel like. I mean, just visually, it felt like White. I mean, okay, Black and White killed the corner, but White caused a lot of damage in the bottom right there.
So overall, the fight, White gains more for fighting the ko here, because the top left and top right, they're pretty close. The valley is pretty close, but White did invade all the territory in the lower right corner. So that's the free gain for White.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
yeah. Should we take a break here and then?
Yeah, sure. Well, Stephanie, I know that you have more teaching sessions in the afternoon, so of course, people joining us from Congress can enjoy more of these sessions. With Stephanie, she's going to be on site teaching and lecturing, I assume. But of course, for our online audience, we're gonna take a short break, and after that, Devin Fraze, the One Dumb Pro, well, at least he was a One Dumb Pro on screen, is gonna join me for a bit longer. But Stephanie, before you go, for those of you who haven't followed the New York Go scene, what are the sites they can visit to check out what you're doing right now?
Oh, okay. So everything is on our website is ny-go.org. So we're trying to resume the monthly tournaments and NYIG Open. So folks, you can check it out our website for the announcement, and then hopefully I will see you guys in person soon.
Awesome. Yeah, you even have a public WeChat account now, right?
Right.
Which means I can follow all the North American Go news straight from my village.
Yeah. We'll try our best to keep everything update, and then so that everyone can know what's going on here.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you so much for tuning into our pro commentary session for the 2022 US Masters Round 4. It has truly been a pleasure to work with you, Stephanie. It's always been like that over the years, and I hope that we'll get to commentate on more top level games altogether. Now, I will be joined by Devin Fraze after the break, and we'll be back very soon.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Stephen. Bye-bye.
here, like I typically thought I was going to simplify it, but I kind of keep if you were, yeah, because we've like destroyed all my character identity for my phone. And you got the outside. That's fine. I don't know if it's just right here. I got it. Those are pretty happy with the clothes. Getting there. I was very happy with it. We wanted to do it. I didn't want to interrupt you, but I didn't want to. Did I do? You know, or I think yeah, I think. Exactly. Yeah, right. Like this. And then we just push everything. 네, 그래요. 다 사이가 됐어요. Sorry,
Hey guys, we're back. Stephanie is again transformed into Devin. Hopefully, you guys will accept it. I know I'm not as strong or as charismatic, but that's okay. At least we still have Steven here for a little bit. Right now the first two games have wrapped up. I'm not sure what exactly was covered. I was off doing other errands at the around Congress. But Steven, yeah, do you want to give me a recap so I can kind of catch up and the viewers also, I guess, kind of see what's happening?
Yeah, so just to I think update you with all the results on board 1 and board 2, if not mistaken. I think on board 1 we saw that Han Han managed to kill Zichen's dragon. So I think on that board, I think Black won by resignation. And then I think on board 2 we also talked about the game between Andy Liu and Alan Huang, and in that game a lot of crazy co-fights and trades happened, but in the end, I think White won by a wide margin. Obviously, after killing that corner from Picnic Co, it was probably too much for Black Fuel to bear. And so, in the end, I think White was even winning by a lot on the board without counting the Comey. And I think on board 3, I could do a quick score estimate, but it does seem like Black is winning by a bit as well. So I think we're just gonna close out with very simple comments here. At early on in the game, White made a peep that was probably too aggressive, and then Black took control over that and started attacking a lot of White's groups. And now, as we see,
hold on. Yeah, early on they had a peep. That's too aggressive. Let's see here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
maybe chat's been following along. So, is this the peep you're talking about, or?
Yeah, this was much later. So
much later. Okay.
This wasn't until like mid game. So White tried to peep at 07. That was the move that caused all this chaos.
Here.
Yeah. So I think White wanted to really gain some profit there, but Black didn't respond, and
wow.
And that's how it all got started. Black started attacking all the groups, and as you can see, White was just being separated everywhere, and Black even got into that. So in the remainder of the game, we saw White trying to really make shapes to accommodate that central dragon, but Black in the meantime just kept making points, and there's some pretty simple end game there. So White did live in the end, but that advantage was probably enough for Black, according to my judgment.
Makes sense. Yeah, so it looks like you said, they're playing some end game here, and but it's just not going to be sufficient. So, and of course, I'm not strong enough, so I'm just going to use score estimator. Black's up by 4.5, and again, by your judgment, which I mean, much easier to trust. Just not going to become close. So, great. Well, if you you've been on here for a long time, so if you want to head out, I can just kind of watch to the end with chat. And see what's going on, or I don't know, maybe we can end the stream here as well. Just close it out. I'm okay.
Yeah, if people have some final questions, feel free to post it in chat as well. If you want to ask me what I've been doing, it's been a while since I've seen everyone here.
Steven? Right.
So
like for the old clock. We got Fetter Mouse. I keep leaning off. I need to change my screen. There you go. Might be a little easier for me to read. How ended Mike's and Han's game? So we just covered that, I believe. Mike Zichen.
Yeah, Mike resigned. But I think we covered like most of that mid game, pretty much when Stephanie was still around. White just had too much to handle, and Black got really thick in the center there. So after that, it was going to be hard to see how White could escape from the center, and because Black's top right group was already alive and solid. White just I think White just tried to hang out for a bit longer, but as you can see, it's probably impossible to kill anything from the left side there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a pretty emphatic win for Han Han in the end. I think in the very beginning when both players started that fight in that top right corner, it was a very interesting judgment by AI to claim that White had already taken a huge lead, and probably because of the fact that White took the entire corner and Black had a bulky shape that was not very efficient.
Right.
But later on, White did try to get a bit more on the right side, but that ended up giving a lot of influence, a lot of thickness to Black.
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, looking at this now, White seems hard to kill, but also all this thickness here is just really punishing. And with Black being alive, I can see kind of where that happened. Wow, dang, that's a crazy game. Oh, too bad for Michael. Obviously, it would have been exciting to see if he could have dethroned Han Han, but
Yeah.
and it sounds like he had had a good start, which is always good. But Han Han's powerhouse, so makes sense.
Yeah,
I hope I
looks like
answered
he's
your
still going to be
question.
the red hot favorite to win the tournament, right?
The red hot favorite. I like it. Yeah. And Bear92 says, good to see you again, by the way. You got some people fans here.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Stephen Hu and Dan Frey. So, Stephen Hu, what have you been up to?
What have I been up to? Yes, I should talk
Chat
about
wants to
it.
know. Chat wants to know.
But yeah, basically, I'm still around in the Go community, but I'm just more active in the Chinese Go scene now. So I've actually taken Go up as a full-time career / hobby, which means I get paid to look at Go game records every day. Try to sometimes I try to write articles out of it, and sometimes I try to work with fellow professionals, top amateurs. So I'm still very much involved in the Go scene. But of course, this year, because of the time difference, I couldn't quite make it. In the future years, though, I would really love to join everyone again at not just the North American, the US Go Congress, but and any Go Congress really, because I haven't really traveled a lot. Obviously, I was quite involved in the 2020 and 2021 eGo Congress. Those were the 2 years when we had everything entirely online. But I do want to give a shout out to Devin and his fellow team members here. And I know it's very difficult to, really manage everything when you've just arrived at the venue. You don't know what to expect, and suddenly you have to set up a lot of equipment. And even though I'm doing none of that this year, I fully appreciate what you guys have been trying to do. It's not easy, if you really go to Congress and step into the broadcast room. It is not a fully developed place when we first arrived there, but in a matter of a couple of hours, we just turned into a full-on studio. And this year, we're even able to have commentary with people on site and remote as well.
Yeah.
So for that, I think in of itself, it's a huge achievement, and I want to really give my thanks to Devin here, which is why I wanted to stick on for a bit longer.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I mean, it's cool to kind of, I'm glad you're giving the chat some like behind the scenes look at like what's, what it's like here. Like you said, it's kind of a madhouse, right? We just unload this giant trailer and, figure out, all right, what do we have? How's it going to work? And go to town. But yeah, it's not undoable without everyone's help, and including yours, Steven. So thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. And I guess, I'll let you go and hang out a little bit with chat. Looks like they're wrapping up. Black is losing the lead slowly. Oh, no, Black back up. Sorry. They were down a few points. I was wondering if maybe some sort of amazing half-point game would occur. But so yeah, we'll
Devin, before you go, I heard that there's a Pergo stream tonight. Is that the plan?
Yep, that's the plan. We're going to be streaming to you guys some exciting events tonight, U.S. time. I believe it is 7 p.m., although, of course, things might be a little behind schedule. We'll have some great commentators. I know it's Albert Yen and somebody else is going to be joining him. It doesn't matter who it is, guys. It doesn't matter. Just join. It's going to be awesome. Tune in. We're going to see some high-level play. It is the finals for the people that are going to be competing to go to Japan, the Japan trip. And represent the United States in the Pergo finals, international finals. And right now, I think the final match. Actually, hold on a second. Can't be Albert commentating tonight because Albert's playing. Albert's playing with Tina
I think he's one of the
Edward
top pairs.
and Leah. He is, yeah, exactly. So I I believe the goal is to stream that tonight. We may or may not have commentary, but it's super exciting to check out. So, I guess if Albert's not
Yeah,
doing
might be able to
commentary,
tune in
playing.
from work.
Oh yeah. Pop in and out. So, thanks for
Yeah.
bringing it out. This is why Steven's a pro, right? He's remembering what we have to say at the end and stuff like that. But very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I guess it's getting even more and more clear. Looking at the game, there's absolutely nothing.
Well,
that can happen
that concludes my eighth consecutive Congress visit.
hey, perfect.
I don't know if they'll count it as a full year, but
No,
I do
100%
appreciate the team for having me on and
Yeah, the whole
bringing
team,
this
Garlock
Thursday morning session
and
to
all
you.
the game recorders. I mean, there's so many people to thank, but we'll end it here. So, all right,
Cool.
bye guys.
All right, take care, everyone. See ya.